How's it going? Thanks for joining me. So covering the numbers that you see on a clock, what I see is something like this. I see on a digital clock there's the two dots, which is like the conscious and the subconscious. It's one electron balanced by a positron. It's a light hole being eaten by a black hole through the Holy of Holies. It's that the biophotons of your mother and the biophotons of your father come together to trap you here on the gridiron, and you're brought to life by way of the sun. And now that you're here, the black sun beneath your feet is bringing all your intent into fruition. So when you see the clock, I see the conscious and the subconscious. I see the sine wave. I see the checkerboard. I see that it's every number and every letter is in the sine wave, that we are inside of a living creature right now, and the numbers are conscious. You see the X right there, the X's and O's that you put down, I love you, like X's and O's, hugs and kisses, that you put down at, what they're telling you here is that you're inside of a living conscious being. And you have the symbols. It's where attention goes, energy flows, and symbols are the language of the universe and the conduit that your biomorphic energy is flowing through. Okay? Now, everything you speak is a magic spell. You learn spelling or spellcasting in school. And your own blood is spiritual currency. Now, when you lost your virginity, you lost your divinity. That's why they sacrifice virgins, because their blood is pure. So what I did is I spilled my blood over my intent to be bringing forth heaven on earth, and I published the video to my channel on YouTube. And what happened was I restored this high man, something I lost when I lost my virginity. This high being that's inside of all of us that allows us to see what nobody else can see. For example, okay, this is exactly what you're living on right now. And when you set up a Christmas tree every year, it's showing you your doorway to everlasting life is where every compass points to. It's literally right over there at the end of your compass. But you can't see this. You think I'm crazy for telling you something like that, but it's been rubbed in your face since day one. And for whatever reason you can't see it. That's because you need to restore your high man so that you can look down upon things from like the heavens above and see things as they really are. And alright, so you have odd numbers, which are masculine. You know, you set up a sundial, which is like a phallus. You say fucking A, and I say no, fuck a B, it's got two holes. Alright? You see, it's the fire above your head, and that you're birthed out of your mother's waters. Alright? So, when I see the clock, I see this subconscious, conscious, I see this one electron balanced by a positron, I see a masculine, a feminine. Okay? This is how you have to read things. Alright? So, getting into the numbers, let's see. What you should understand is that the number symbol is one cross up, one cross down. You walk into a church, you place the holy feminine water on your forehead, you kneel down to the feminine, like, you know, like when you ask a woman to marry you, you kneel down, and then you do this upside down cross on your head when you go into church. You go from your head to your chest, left to right. Okay? Now you see the 11, this is like the 7 is the L upside down, and you see the L even. And if you turn that 90 degrees to the right, you'll see that the 1, like 101, is like the Father in heaven winking at you, telling you he's got an eye on you. And the 808 is like this divine mother spirit winking at you, telling you she has her eye on you. You should learn how to reduce numbers down to a single digit. So if it's like 3-3, you reduce it down to 6. If it's 3-2, you reduce it down to 5. What I'm saying is that the numbers are conscious. It's that the biophotons of your mother and the biophotons of your father come together and trap you here on the gridiron. You're brought to life by way of the sun. Okay? Now your DNA is one thing, but it's a double helix. You have the 3 letters of DNA, and then the CTAG, which in reverse is green ash trailing charge, which is coming out of the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish, where every compass points to. It's hitting the parabolic mirror and showering down on us. in a previous age, there was big giant trees that spread out across the earth, like in the movie Avatar, and the whole place would have glowed just like they showed you in that movie. So your DNA, this is like a 4-letter code. You look at a digital clock, it's got 4 numbers on it. What I'm telling you, this is the 4-face, 4-letter DNA God that's talking to you directly. So the 4s and the 7s, this is like the 2-ball cane. So when you see 007, like 7 o'clock, this is the 2-ball cane. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. And like you go into a church, you block out the sunlight with the stained glass windows and focus everybody's intent onto the black sun. So the sun above your head is making your flesh, your bones, and your blood. And now that you're here, the black sun is what's bringing your intent into fruition. This is a living, conscious being. And symbols are the language of the universe and the conduit that your biomorphic field is flowing through. So let's see. Going over some numbers here. I recommend you type into your computer when this video is done, secret meanings of numbers, and learn all you can. But some basic stuff you need to understand is that repeating numbers like 111, 222, 333 are telling you stay the course, hold position, you're on track, this type of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 is your ducks are lining up. You're on course, you're on track. If the numbers are going the opposite direction, like 654, 543, 432, that's telling you slow down. Okay? Hold position, that type of thing. Now you see the 101, that's like the God the Father in heaven winking at you. And this is like the Mother 808 winking at you. 0 is the biggest number in the universe. It has all the positives and all the negatives. It's like a Vesica Pisces. It's stretched out. It's like an eye. And what I'm telling you is that like the 707, the 606, the odd numbers are masculine, the even numbers are feminine. You put a 5-pointed star on a 5-star general to go out and do battle or something like that. So what I'm telling you is like the 444, the 333, the 222, the 111, these are masculine, feminine type of things. You could you could reduce numbers down to a single digit, like 1, 2, 3, 4 would be like 7, 8, 9. That's 10 right there, and 10 is like a phallus going into a vagina because the 0 is like a Vesica Pisces. It's stretched out. All right. So the basic stuff you want to understand is that numbers going up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That your ducks are lining up. You're on track. That type of thing. 654 is telling you slow down, you know, pause or something like that. Take a look around. Repeating numbers are telling you you're on track, stay the course, hold position, this type of stuff. And if there's a 0 in there, like 101, 808, 202, these types of things, okay, what you want to do is type into your computer the meanings of numbers and then write down like a thing, like what each number means, so that you can, you know, understand the best you can about numbers. That's what I recommend. And this is going to help you out knowing like master numbers and stuff like that. Okay, and learning the meanings of all these different numbers. But just the basic stuff that you're going to want to learn is stuff like this. So I see the 1001, and that's like both your eyes are open. You can see, or there's God telling you He's got His eyes on you, both eyes on you. Okay, the 10 o'clock, the 0 is the biggest number of the universe. It's like a reinforcer. It has all the numbers of the universe, all the positives and all the negatives. It's like a Vesica Pisces is stretched out. So this is a very powerful symbol when you see the 10 o'clock. You see the 1010, that's like the opposite of the 1001. Like both your eyes are open, and the 1010 is like your cross. But there's a positive and negative to each number. So, you know, yes, you can. You maybe it's telling you yes, you can see, but you can see something that's not very cool. Or the 1010. You know, what I'm saying is that these symbols are the language of the universe and the conduit that your biomorphic energy is flowing through. You will get up and at a specific time. You will drink your coffee at a specific time. Eat breakfast at humans are creatures of habit, and the numbers don't lie. Okay, these numbers are conscious. I'm telling you, the clock is connected to this greater earth spirit, and if you want to connect to this spirit, maybe you place your bare feet on dry soil, drop a drop of your blood into the dirt, and ask the Great Spirit for guidance. And you could do this at daytime or do it at midnight, specifically, because you're connecting with that source energy, either the black sun or the light sun, or, you know, one side of a light hole is a black hole. It's the same sun, but there's built into this matrix a conscious awareness that transcends sex, you know, but it has masculine features, or you know what I mean? It's a masculine and feminine spirit that will help guide you, okay? And when I see like a 1-1, like 11-11, this is the 4-phase, 4-letter DNA God, just like the 444. This is like the 202. This is this great spirit, this 808, okay? And you know, like the 707, a 0 is it can take on the 7, and that would be like 777 or 666, which is 6 is a number of balance. So you could reduce a number like 666. That's 6 is an even number, but 6 times 3 is 18. 8 plus 1 is 9. That's an odd number, and that's like the Fem I9. Okay, talking to you. So look left, look right. That's 1011 or 1101. So you have the zeros to the left or 0 to the right. That's like look left, look right, choose left, choose right. That's what I see. Okay? So you want to keep this as simple as possible, people. Numbers counting up. Your ducks are lining up. Numbers counting down. Slow the fuck down. Repeating numbers. Hold position. You're on track. That type of thing. 101, that's like a wink or an eye on you. 808, 202, 303, these types of things. Okay, you could, like a 3 plus 3 is 6. That's like the feminine talking to you. That's a number of balance. This is what is going to help you start reading the clock. Start looking up the meanings of numbers, what each number means and stuff like that. And write it down, and then you'll start to get used to this type of thing. But what I'm explaining to you is that your clock, your digital clock is talking to you absolutely. And in any case, here I'm giving a shout out. If you type into your computer blood over intent and hit enter, and you scroll down to these channels, see ya at the center. See how it's CENTRE, center dish? Okay? You see all the videos he's making since he spilt his blood over his intent. And you see these other channels making videos also, since they spilled their blood over their intent and published it to the ether. That's a key thing. Okay? In any case, I appreciate you guys watching. I love you. Get to my channel for truth immediately. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. So looking at Hitler faked his death images, I see the same thing being pointed out over and over and over, that he's pointing to the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish, where every compass points to. This is the entrance to everlasting life. It's right over there. It's being rubbed in our face on everything. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole. The divine feminine is the black sun bringing all your intent into fruition. This is the asshole. The Holy of Holies, X marks the spot at the center of the dish. You see again, light sun, black sun. It's inescapable. It's the same story being rubbed in our face. You see the hexagram right there on the flag. The secret knowledge, the secret of all secrets, is that every compass is pointing to the Holy of Holies at the center of the chessboard. So you're on a chessboard, you're in a cube, and every compass is pointing to your way out. It's right over there. Hitler and everything about this is he's an actor. And he's here showing you the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish. This is all, look at this symbol with his hand up. He's saying it's right over there. The Holy of Holies is where you need to go with your battle shit. And you see the one eye. It's, what I'm telling you is that none of this is an accident. This is all being shown to us, that the Holy of Holies, that everybody needs to get to is right over there. And yes, we can get there. We're being called home, people. That's what it looks like to me. This holy hole where we get everlasting life is right over there. And it's just that simple. I see the symbols being rubbed in our face on everything. I recommend you get to my channel for truth and catch up on reality. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. If you're new to this flat earth stuff, I recommend you go to my channel and catch up on what we've been talking about. What I've been explaining is that it's one side of a light hole is a black hole. And the candy cane that you hang up on your Christmas tree is showing you that the sun is being eaten by a black hole. And this is one side of a light hole is a black hole, and it's on loop. You would be trapped in Davy Jones's locker right now, people. And you can see here, everything is showing you that the black sun is bringing everything into reality. That's your subconscious. The sun above your head is making your flesh, your bones, and your blood. And then the black sun would be the heart. You're a black hole. At your heart is singularity. Your eyes are sucking in light like a black hole. And you have the conscious and the subconscious, as I've been explaining in many of my videos. So here you're on this flat earth plane. It's a chessboard. If you shade in the odd numbers, you'll see that this is a very magical world. And everything is telling you that you're living on a flat earth plane. And at the very center of this place, there's the Holy of Holies, where the sun has to place its light into the hole, or there's no green astral jet coming out of the hole. Now you see the X is on the right. It's telling you that you need to enter the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish before you're dead. What I've noticed about magic squares is that everything is telling us to get to the very center where every compass points to. We're going to find the Holy of Holies, that special place where we get the everlasting life, our way out of here. When you see a clock showing you repeating numbers, that's telling you you're on track. And or hold position, that type of thing. Take a look at this, people. That's where you're living inside of right now. This is a magical place. You see magical squares, you see the chessboard, all that stuff. It's that there's a hole at the very center where the sunlight has to enter. That's the candy cane. And this is the conscious and the subconscious. This would be the divine feminine, where all your intentions and all your will, everything comes to reality through that. And there's the Holy of Holies, the Holy Grail, right there at the center of the dish. If you want to get out of Oz, X marks the spot. That's the way out, people. There's really no way to fuck this up. It's literally, I mean, it doesn't matter what I search, these symbols come up. The eye is telling you the Holy of Holies at the center of the dish. There's really no way to fuck this up, people. So I recommend you get to my channel for truth and catch up on reality. I love you. We're in this shit together. How's it going? Thanks for joining me. You know, I see videos pushing this idea that the internet is outside of U.S. control and now in the control of the United Nations, which is funny because the internet is the New World Order itself. And everything you know is a lie. You are living on a chessboard right now. You are a pawn in a game, and you have been made retarded beyond belief. I'm going to give you a good example. Like Werner von Braun, a Nazi, right? Then you go look at his grave, and you know what you're going to see on his grave? Take a look. You're going to see that it's a Jewish grave. That's only Jewish people who make graves like that. And I'm telling you, you were fed the reverse of truth in all things. This was like everything you've ever been told. Like I showed in a previous video, Hitler with his arm up, he's pointing to the center of the dish, to the Holy of Holies, where you get your way out of the matrix. It's just that simple. He's holding his hand up showing you. It's right over there, the fountain of youth, the center of the dish where every compass points to. So this is a chessboard. It's like in a cube. You're inside of a cube like I show in videos. And at the very center is the Holy of Holies, the Holy Grail. That is the eye where we need to get to. They rub this in our fucking face. We need to get here before we're dead. And you need to help out. Some of you guys are funny. I mean, you should be making videos pointing out the obvious. We set up our Christmas trees on an X.
It's the spear of destiny piercing the side of Jesus Christ who's on the cross. He goes round and round and round. That's why we have spiral lights around our Christmas tree. It's moving inward and outward. It's like picture a multi-layered cake, like a wedding cake. That's because it's the union between a light hole and a black hole going round and round and round. That's why we dance and we do all these different things. There are no accidents, people. It's one side of a light hole is a black hole, and the one you're on is on loop. The moon is a rib of the earth. So you're looking at the grid. The grid is Adam, and a rib was taken off, placed up in the sky. It's sending down a square wave, and you know it as the moon. Moon like moony, loony, like, look, people, we need to get rid of time, we need to get rid of money, and we need to take back this place. We need to get to the center of the dish where we find our everlasting life and our way out of the matrix. It's just as simple. There's no way to fuck this up. So when you hear people talking about New World Order and shit like that, you're on it right now watching everything you do on the internet. That is the New World Order. Everything about you is being tracked. Your cell phone's tracking you, listening to you. Anything that's plugged into Wi-Fi is listening to you 24 hours a day. You have been chipped 20 times over, and you can't see it. So you need to get your eyes on the prize, which is the center of the dish where every compass points to.